mixed emotions about the fight because he never been tested. I feel like he never been tested, but still he did show he had a huge knockout power, and he did show that he did something right to get here, and he was coming to a different country. I know like his whole energy, his team, everything. I knew they was here to win. I could tell he was here to win. Even watching his fights, like I said, he never been in there with somebody like me, but I still had that funny feeling like, all right, this might be one of them nights where we don't know about this guy, so I got to be on edge. And it was a good fight. It was a great learning experience.
I've seen that your chin was tested a few times. Do you think that kind of speaks volume on you?
Yeah, definitely. He definitely caught me with some of the best shots I've gotten hit with since I've been professional. He caught me with some big shots in the fight, and I took it, I weathered it, and kept fighting.
A lot of people have said before that previous fights, especially your debut on the zone fights after that, they were quote unquote boring, but you were in an action-packed fight. So what do you have to say to your haters now, your critics?
I mean, this just shows with boxing. I mean, I stop somebody, I come back, I beat the shit out of somebody, then I come back, I dominate somebody in a boring fashion. I'm the worst person in the world. I come back tonight versus an undefeated fighter that's 29-0, had more knockouts than I even had fights, and they want to say, it's a robbery, or he could have did this. I see, people going to talk what they want to say. It's damn if I do, damn if I don't. I felt like I won, I don't want to say a comfortable decision, but a decision where I felt deep inside I knew I won the fight. So I felt like it is what it is. Back to the drawing board. Just keep getting better.
Richardson, you're 18-0. Who would you want next if you could line up 3 opponents in order?
I feel like after this fight, just go back to the drawing board, see who's available. I think that still maybe one more fight before going for a world title, to get some more experience. That was a great learning experience. I just felt like, since being with my manager, Keith, and being with Eddie, this is my first real active year. You know what I'm saying? I haven't really been active like all the other guys, so I'm really still getting the experience. And from day one, all I asked Eddie and my manager is like, yo, keep me active so I can get the experience, because I'm still kind of playing catch up. Like guys like Devin and all these guys, they've been in tough fights with guys like Jojo Diaz, Lomachenko when I was like inactive. So now I'm kind of getting my feet wet and kind of going through it now. So I feel like maybe one more fight and then a world championship. But it really doesn't matter. I'll go for a world title in my next fight. I just feel like that I'm still shaking, some ring rust off, still getting my feet wet and still settling in as a professional. I only had 17 fights tonight.
Do you feel like this kind of fight prepares you for a fight against like Matias?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was two different styles. Matias is more relentless than that guy. That guy was relentless. I feel like the guy's more. He's probably more. Yeah, he's relentless, but he's probably more explosive than Matias. But Matias is more like busy. Yeah, Matias is more busy. So I feel like it's just both of them fights will test me mentally. That definitely is like a fight that helped me get ready to be mentally ready. I don't feel like a lot of the other guys at 140 really fought a style like that. Not Tio, not Devin. I never seen them fight a guy that was so relentless and strong and explosive like that. And I felt like I showed grit tonight.
Were you being suffocated because you were holding a lot? And a lot of people on social media were saying that. I don't remember if the ref warned you. I don't know if I saw it, but was he suffocating you? Is that why you're trying to figure out your game plan? Because he was just
I was just trying to neutralize the guy. They say the same thing about a lot of guys when Sugar fought. When Sugar Ray Leonard fought Hagler, he fought Roberto Duran, and he would boom tie up, or Floyd fought Madonna. It was like, yo, you hear the commentators, Floyd need to get warned for holding. Teddy Bayless need to let them work out. So I just feel like it's a strategy. I just had to make adjustments to find a way to win and slow him down. And I feel like that I did what it takes to get the win.
Was there anything that surprised you about him tonight?
His relentlessness, you could tell he wanted it. And then and by the 8th, 9th round, I was sitting there, I'm like, all right, yeah, he is not trying to go back to Argentina with a loss. I could see his whole energy. Because in the beginning, I was thinking, all right, he's going to slow down. But he probably slowed down maybe one round. He was right back to it. So it was a good fight.
Did you sense questions. That you heard him at any point in the fight?
Yeah, I felt like I heard him. I felt like I definitely heard him. And I just felt like it wasn't like enough to make me I feel like I heard him, but I could still feel like he has something in him to come back and try to, I heard him, but I didn't want to give him something to miss or trying to go get him and make it and not know if I won the round or it was close just because I heard him, because he's a strong puncher. So it was a good fight.
On Twitter, I know you and Shakur had a back and forth, not back and forth, but kind of a mini fallout. But he was rooting for you on Twitter and pretty much just in your support in that fight.
I mean, that's my brother at the end of the day. he like when it's we could go through whatever we go through, but at the end of the day, when we come in here to these arenas and fight, he understand me like I understand him. We put our life on the line in front of you guys to just we come from nothing, so we just trying to support our family. So like I said, I support him till the day I'm going, and I hope it's the same because we came in this together. So it is what it is. He's just probably happy to see me on this stage, and you know, we doing what we dreamed about.
You know, it's crazy. Every time you got a fight and I'm watching at home, I usually tweet him and I say, yo, I know you watching Richardson Hitchins, and he usually quotes me and he goes, yeah, boy, you know that boy sharp. So the fact that I've seen you guys from the time that you were in the Olympics to now, even though you have your little spat, you know, that's friendships and that's brotherhood. It seems like you guys really have a close bond, and I hope that whatever y'all guys went through before, y'all can just patch it up and get through it.
No, for sure. You know, I mean, we go through things in life. You live and you learn. You know, so it is what it is. You know, I feel like we're gonna get through that.
Did you hear? I guess kind of maybe similar, not similar, but there was two women that were allegedly close, but when you after the fight they kind of got into it. Alicia and Clarissa. I don't know if you know.
Oh no, I seen it on the TV.
Okay.
I don't know if they were serious or what. I don't know what's that about.
No, it's serious. It's serious. No, it's
yeah.
yeah.
Oh no, shit. I don't know. I like both of them, so it is what it is. I've been know they had a little beef though.
Okay.
First fight with the IBF rehydration. How did you feel in the ring?
I mean, I got it done. I wouldn't say I felt the best. I wouldn't say I felt the worst because I got the job done. But on to the next.
Do you think it was your defense or the jab that won the fight?
I think it was more of my grit. It's more of my grit. It was more of like me able to take a punch, because even if I had jab and defense, he still got some big shots through, and I was able to take it and weather it. So it was just a combination of a lot.
What was your corner telling you?
They was telling me it's close, and I'm in my head like, I know it's close, but I feel like I'm up, because a lot of rounds I know I'm taking it. I'm hitting with clean shots. He'll have one of good 2 moments, but I knew like I was up, especially the last round. Like when I boxed him for the first 2 minutes, and then he kind of gave me free shots in the last 30 seconds. I'm like, all right, yeah, I know I'm good.
Do you think Gustavo Lemos could have beaten any top 140 contender tonight?
I feel like I never seen like a T.O. fight a style like that. I never seen
None of them.
None of them guys fight a style like that.
Pitbull?
He is.
Him
Him and
versus Pitbull?
Pitbull will be a great fight. I feel like they have a lot of similar styles. I feel like he is open. He is susceptible for a lot of big shots, but I feel like he's definitely would be tough for certain styles, like a guy like Devin or maybe a guy like T.O. too. I mean, I don't know. I feel like
I think T.O.
I'll probably. I know a lot of these guys he'd probably be good fights for. You know, it was a good fight for me, so I don't want to put it on the guys like, oh, because it was a good fight for me, they can't beat him. He'll be a good fight for anybody.
How does a fight against Arnold the Barbosa sound to you?
Versus me?
Yes.
I think it'll be a great fight.
Why is that? Matching the styles will be.
I think it'll be a great fight. I feel like, you know,
the
Arnold
styles.
Barbosa is not the same as this guy. Arnold Barbosa is not a big power puncher like that guy, or you know, as like it's two different styles. You know what I'm saying? So
Richardson, just what was the key between like walking that fine line of like there were times you got off on the inside and exchange, but and then other times boxing. Like what's the key to doing everything at the right time there? Because it seemed like early on you were a little indecisive. Should I just outbox him? Do I need to just do what Raymond Ford did a couple weeks ago and just take it to him? And yeah,
I feel like in the beginning I was in my head like I'm gonna outbox this guy. Then the 6th round I'm like, all right, now I'm gonna start stepping to him because I know he's gonna slow down. Then I'm in the 9th round. I'm like, damn, he's not slowing down. So now I'm like, fuck, I gotta fight, and then I gotta win. I gotta find a way to win. So that's really what's going in my head.
Do you feel like you had to enter like a second gear in that fight?
It was more mental. It was like, all right, like my coach is in my head like, yo, you don't got tomorrow, it's today. Like I'm like, fuck, I see this shit on TV, not me. Like all my fights get easy. Like, and I'm like, all right, like fuck it, like I gotta find a way to win. And I was just like maneuvering through the fight from like the 9th round to like, I gotta find a way to get my shots off and make sure like I ain't giving nothing free. And I could tell he's looking for it.
What did you say to Lemos when the fight was over?
I said he was a great opponent. He was a great opponent. He was tough. He surprised me, and I could tell he was hurt from the loss because I want to say because he felt like he got robbed. You could tell that he really wanted it. His whole country is behind him. Argentina was behind him hard, like strong for the build up to this fight. So I know he really wanted to bring it home. I see Madonna ringside cheering for him hard. I'm like, all right, they really want the W. So I had to show like character tonight. It wasn't about skills. It was about who I am.
You said you saw Maidana. Did it feel like at a moment like fuck? I got a Maidana in here. Like that was kind of like the Floyd.
Yeah, it felt like that. It felt like a fight where I was looking like a. I was actually watching Floyd versus Maidana a lot for this fight because I'm like, it might be one of them fights. When I was watching the fight, I was telling a lot of people like, damn, and I was scoring them fights. I'm like that fight. I'm like, damn, I don't know who won it. And you was hear people with me that's like, nah, Floyd won that one round easy. And I'm in my head like, nah, I don't know if they Floyd won that fight easy. Like, so I feel like tonight was kind of one of them fights, but I feel like I still got it done.
I know a couple days ago you were kind of going off of me saying
I know you were gonna bring that up.
it's going to be a good win, but now that you've kind of gone through it, is it a good win, and do you think it's the toughest fight of your career so far?
Yeah, it was the toughest fight, but it wasn't the most difficult fight. It was tough. It was more like I could hit him at ease. It wasn't hard to hit him. It was just that he just did it. Yeah, the aggression and his power. You know, it wasn't like a Kevin Johnson fight was like, all right, I really had to kind of find ways to get to him.
Yeah.
Him, it was like I know I could get to him, but it's like even if I get to him, he's gonna try to get to me too. You know.
Was it your most satisfying win though?
Nah, not really, cause it's still like I feel like deep inside I could have did better, and like I said, I still feel like me not being experienced or being that active still played a big key, like, you know. So I'm still getting adjusted to the gloves, to the rounds, to the atmosphere, like being in big fights like this. It's still something new to me, so I'm still gaining that experience.
Speaking on the atmosphere, obviously I've been watching you for a while since the first time you came to Vegas. I got to see you at the Sam's Town, just on the undercard. What is the difference on the environment on being a headliner now, being at Fontainebleau back in Vegas, just being back? Kind of how was that?
It's different. It's a whole different magnitude. It's way different. The show is about you. Everybody tunes in to see you. It's just a different experience. You know, this is one of them things you gotta like just get that experience over and over. You know, it's like you in the big leagues now. Basically, that's what it feels like.
There's a lot of skilled boxers in your weight class that have similarities to your style, but what do you feel maybe separates you from the guys like Devin and Shakur and them guys?
For one tonight, I mean, I'm no shade to them guys. I'm not saying I know me. I can take a punch. I showed that tonight. I know I can take a punch, and I know I got will. So it wasn't like I got hit by a guy. It wasn't like I got hit by a guy that just hit me with a good shot once and was like, all right, like he's just gonna box a passive fight. He hit me with a good shot, and he was trying to hit me with more good shots. So it showed like a lot about me. Like I learned a lot about myself tonight.
Any message to Brooklyn? Any message to Brooklyn, New York?
I mean, I know the town is happy. You know, they supporting me. It's always great to see one of your own win. You know, we still up, baby. We still up in the scoreboard, and we still, you know, going for the gusto. We here to be great, and that's all I'm here to do.
You and Shushu both had y'all both had great showings. This year, y'all started the year off with a bang. You with an action-packed fight. Shushu, you was in the building that day. You seen the knockout. So what's your message to New York? Like, just to piggyback off what he said, just even the fact that you haven't even had a show yet, main event in New York. The fact that you bring a fight out here to the West Coast in kind of enemy territory, like how does that feel?
I mean, whatever the team wanted to do it, I wanted. First of all, that ring was small as fuck for that guy. So I feel like that was even another thing that was against me. So it was just like I just had to just go in there and just make no excuses. I could fight at the end of the day, and I showed that. I know when I watch that fight, it's gonna be mistakes that I'm gonna see that I made, and that's gonna help me raise my game because you know those are the fights you need. So, yeah.
Eddie said he was thinking about signing him after this.
Maybe he should. I want to see him and Regis fight.
Yeah.
Him and Regis fight, or him and
him and anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest. I think I definitely want to see him back in the U.S. in another fight.
Eddie spoke about making Matias versus Pitbull a fight if he does get past Paro. Who do you favor in that fight?
That's a good fight. That's a good fight.
In Matisse?
Yeah.
That's
Matias?
Yeah, Mexican Puerto Rico.
Eddie
right?
said that he would be speaking to PBC about possibly making that unification.
I would favor Matisse.
Yeah,
because of the volume punching that he does.
He's not hurting.
The activity.
You don't have to hurt him.
Nobody's hurting Pitbull.
You don't have to hurt him.
I feel that's a good
punching
fight.
volumes.
That's a good fight. All the fight. This is 140 glamour like era. Like 140 never been like this. So much talent, so much different type of style, so much different like great fighters. This is one of them. This is the division where you really got to walk through that fire.
Another name that you don't really hear that much in 140, but somebody that you got pretty good history with, Gary Antoine I mean, what do you give his chances at the comp or the champions now, or like fighting? We don't see him that much, but you've been in the ring with him, so you can kind of speak on his chances at now, similar to 140 pounders that we are hearing a lot about.
But he's up there with the rest of the 140s. He's up there. He's a great fighter also. So it's a lot of talent.
I think on that note, guys.
Thank you, Richardson.
Awesome.